And now, Daljit Dhaliwal.
The collapse of global finance dominates the headlines, but there is one sector that continues to boom. That is cash remittances. In some countries, they account for 30 to 40% of a nation's GDP, all of it unbanked or outside the international banking system. Atsumasa Tochisako, president of MicroFinance International, harnesses the latent power of economic remittances to help developing countries. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Now, you're a Japanese banker by profession. How did you get involved with a global banking system for the poor?
In the third year of my banking experience, I was suddenly transferred to the rural town in Mexico named Guanajuato. Then, while living there, I have encountered extreme poverty situation, and which has never been experienced in Japan. So I was 26 years old, but I thought it was too young to do something. So I decided in my future, when I become a financial professional, I promised myself to launch such a really tangible and really useful financial service model and start financial services for immigrants.
Talk a little bit about how big are remittances and why did you devise a for-profit model for this money?
According to the World Bank radio statistics, the worldwide remittance is said to be $308 billion. But out of which, from the US to Latin America in 2008 was $69 billion. But such really $69 billion is really forming more than 10% of each country's GDP. But not only for that, they are really supporting lives of the families left behind in the home countries.
And where are you doing this, and how do you put the money to work?
Well, actually, this is where our approach is very, very different. And we are trying to really make the remittance work, but currently all the $69 billion sent from US to Latin America is withdrawn in cash and sleeping in between the bed mattress, waiting for consumption. So nothing productive, nothing creative. So we want to change this recycle.
And how would you put that money to work, though? Why not just put the money into a commercial bank?
Well, the situation of the unbanked is really everywhere. And the majority of the people in Latin America or any worldwide developing countries are mostly unbanked, which means that they don't have any bank account or they are not really offered any bank services. And even in the United States, the total number of so-called unbanked is really 51 million. And so-called underserved is 55 million. Total 106 million people are underserved by mainstream banking institutions.
So what would be a realistic assessment, do you think, of how banking remittances could help the poor and developing and their economies as well?
And unfortunately, the so-called banking remittances forms just merely 5% of the total remittances, because banks do not have a really right system to really serve for the demand of the people, because majority of the recipient families are really unbanked, which means do not have bank account. But bank system to send the remittance is only capable to transfer the fund between bank account to bank account. It means it doesn't work for the majority of the people.
Right, and where has your model had the greatest development impact?
So as I know, the need of the immigrants are really highly diversified, not only by the remittance, but also for the credit or other services are needed. But most importantly, our philosophy and objective to really serve to the demand of the community is to really make remittance productive, which means services, really amicable services available here and there. So making sure that here, like a hard-working husband is resending maybe half of his earned money to home, then it should be delivered really instantly.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming on the program.
That's my great pleasure.